Hello, Teacher Preston here with another video. So I've talked about sort of traditional strategies and that, but being online, I thought it's good to do some videos about online teaching because myself, my fiance Natasha as well, we didn't learn about online. We didn't get taught. We learned the hard way. And I think nobody tells you things that you need to know before you get into online teaching. So I'd say number one, it's all about the tech. So in a normal classroom situation, you've got your box of tricks. So that's a go-to. But in online teaching, it's all about the technology that you're using or the equipment that you use. So what does that mean? So it means before you get into online teaching, I think the first thing you need to do is check all your equipment. Check, and if you need new equipment, invest in your equipment. What do I mean by that? I mean laptop, noise canceling headphones. Very, very, very important. I think because also a lot of online teachers like us tend to be, not a lot, but some are becoming digital nomads. I've been seeing a trend in the last sort of 2 years, ever since COVID, basically people becoming nomadic. So what you're going to need with that is you're going to need stable internet, so fiber preferably. Also, you're going to want to need a UPS. So we've got a 1 kilowatt UPS here. Very, very helpful. When power goes, at least your router's running, so you have internet. I think also a good power bank for your laptop if it goes down, if you don't have a UPS. I think very, very, very important. Sorting out all those basics, making sure that your computer's up to date, and having more than one program as a backup. So have Zoom. I know a lot of people have Microsoft Teams and Google Classroom and that, but when I was teaching, people couldn't get hold of it because there's a very long waiting list. So I think Zoom's pretty much the standard, or Skype was sort of one-on-one. But I think very important to have two types of applications for conferencing. In case one doesn't work, and it does happen. It happened to me a year ago, I think longer, a year and a half ago, when I was teaching in Indonesia. There was just, because of COVID, there was too much traffic on Google servers, and we couldn't use, not Google, sorry, Zoom servers. We couldn't use Zoom for like a week. We tried, but it was just, the traffic knocked out the East Coast servers. So if it happened before, it can happen again. So just prepare for that. Very, 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 very important. Yeah, very, very, very important. I think also making sure you're up to date, especially if you've got a Mac, you're going to have to update Mac OS all the time. Very, very important. When you've got a spare moment, just do it. Make sure all your programs are up to date. And always check your devices. If you need it repaired, get it done. That's why I also think it's important to have two. It's always good to invest in two devices in case you have a problem with one or battery is low. That's a problem we face a lot teaching online. We're teaching and we're so absorbed in teaching that we don't realize that our battery is almost run out. So I'd say having two devices. So Zoom's a bit of a bugger when it comes to teaching on a phone. You can't teach on a phone, but investing in a tablet or a laptop, or have two laptops or something like that. Very, very important. With myself and my fiance, sometimes we toggle between our two laptops, but very, very important. Also, I'd say location, finding a place that's quiet. Now we've moved into the countryside, in the jungle, we like to call it, because it's quiet. You don't want to be by a noisy road or anything like that. Some teachers also have a green screen or something like that. That also helps if you can, if you have that available to you. Very, very good. And I'd say back up your material, keep some material on a flash drive, just quick access. If you need it, boom, you can get it. Or store stuff on Google. Especially pertinent now with a lot of people online. Sometimes you have spikes. I'm just getting some water. Power spikes, and then that'll mess with your computer and you can't get access to it from your drive. So maybe keep it on Google Drive or something like that. It has access. Also, maybe keeping routers, a mobile router handy or cell phone handy for hotspot, because what we've happened last year when we were in Batumi, we got hit. They had a power cut, but they don't do it right, and we had a big surge that knocked us out of our internet. So when you have stuff like that happen, yeah, it's very, very difficult. It was one of those make or break moments, but at least we thought we'd lost all our contacts, but we hadn't. So I'd say very, very important. So back up and have a plan B, have a plan C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, Z, X, the whole shebang. I think it's very, very important. Yeah, what else? I'm just sort of thinking. Also, maybe sort of two internet. If you have children, now with kids on phones and tablets and that, it's a bit of a bugger because sometimes it chews a bit of bandwidth. That's why I think it's better getting fiber if you can, or where you stay, if you're a digital nomad, finding a place that has fiber, because it has enough bandwidth to support multiple people online, a huge volume of traffic basically, and that's fast. So I'd say always online, you can always do speed tests before and check where you're working. So I'd say before moving into a place, check their internet, check whether it's stable, because that's what you want. You want a stable platform, especially if you're a loan operator or you have your own business teaching. you need stable internet to teach. Very, very important. So just go do a speed test. If it's sort of, ideally, you would want sort of between 5 and 9 megabyte rate per second. If it's 1.5 or below, upload rate, download rate, forget it. It's not gonna work for Skype. You need 2 and above. I'd say more. I'd say actually 9, 10 megabytes per second. I think that's what you're looking at. That's your sort of big tamale. That's the ballpark that you can work on. If it's sort of 1.5, 2, I think it's okay, but it's not sort of feasible. Yeah, just sort of bear those things in mind. So to recap, number 1, check all your tech. So check your laptop, check your tablet, check all of them, that everything's up to date, that you have Skype, that you have Zoom. 2, always have 2 types of applications for conferencing. So Zoom and Skype, or Zoom and GoToMeeting or something like that. Very, very important. I'd say 3, always update your hardware. So update Zoom, update Mac OS if you have a Mac, update your computer, very, very important. I'd say check your internet speed. Make sure that it's fiber, make sure that it's fast. Ideally, you're looking at sort of between 3 and 9 megabits per second. Very, very important. Make sure you have a quiet place, number 5. You don't want to be in a noisy place. And maybe use a green room, I'd say, just to make it sort of calming classroom atmosphere. I'd say, and have backup. So have a tablet, that's number 6. Have a tablet, have a laptop, have 2 devices, either a tablet or a laptop or 2 laptops. In case you run out of battery on the one, you can use the other. You want something that you can change over very quickly. And make sure you have a power bank or a UPS for power cuts. I know it's sort of something that we didn't experience before in a lot of countries, but now with COVID, wherever you go, there's a likelihood of it happening. So as the scouts say, as the scouts motto says, be prepared. Anyway, thank you for joining me for this video. Please like and subscribe. Bye-bye.